Next question comes from Tim on YouTube. Thanks for your video. One question, do you try to keep the yeast and brink oxygen free? Or does that not matter since you are basically going straight into another fermentation right away? So this is in reference to some videos I have done on yeast harvesting. I have I believe I have a full tutorial either under techniques or tutorials in the playlist. You should dig that one up on yeast harvesting and kind of the rudimentary thing that we were doing there. At that point, we were harvesting by weight. And so what we would do is we would hook up to the tank that we wanted to harvest off of. If that fermentation had been receiving cone shaving or periodic early cone dumps during the beginning of fermentation, we would be a little bit closer to the good portion of the yeast. But either way, you want to shave or remove that bottom kind of first, dead soldiers, everything, all the yeast you send into battle that don't quite make it, trube, hot matter, anything like that. Bleed that off the bottom nice and gently so you can start harvesting more from the middle of that yeast cake without punching a hole in your yeast cake and pulling beer through and leaving yeast sticking to the sides of the tank. So you want that to be gentle. But anyhow, he wants to know if we purge that vessel out. No, I don't. You could, and how you could do that is you could actually hook it up with CO2 as you're evacuating. For me at that time, I was using a sanitizer. I would have that brink packed with sanitizer, and then we would empty it. You could absolutely add CO2 to the top of that brink and then evacuate all of the sanitizer in that brink out that way. Probably preferable to just simply dumping it and allowing atmosphere to go in. But you can definitely do that. Make sure you get out as much sanitizer as you can then. But we're really talking about oxidation here. And I don't think I ever stored yeast at cartridge. I always had it scheduled to where I would harvest and then an hour later it was in the tank and seeing work. So it's not as much of a factor. I don't believe at that point to be worried about anything like that. So yeah, that's how we handled that. And that was my approach as far as purging or not purging our yeast brinks. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.